Hello, my name is Sucket, and we are playing TNP Limitless 7. There's two things I want to do today, mostly. Want to work on the base some. I've already started a little bit getting some white concrete under the glass, and we're going to replace all this stone and garbage with some nice green grass. And I also want to get into bees. Now, I think there are some bees in these nests, yeah. Well, none in that nest. None in that nest. Oh, but we had 3 in that nest. Nice. Now, the mod we have, I think, is productive bees, yeah. And there's a ton of bees, and we're going to want a lot of them. But it starts, we're going to need vanilla stuff. We're going to need honeycomb. We're going to need bottles of honey. And we're going to need some of the bees that spawn in the world from the mod. Alright, one got out. I forgot to have any flowers in here so that they could pollinate. But let's go ahead and let them move along. We're going to get some campfires going. We're going to get our shears. And those should be well and goodly smoked by now. Alright. Now while our bees are making honey, I'm getting a little nervous about all this experience. I think we have... Let's see, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Somewhere around here. Let's try XP. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Mob grinding utilities. We're looking for an XP drain singularity tank. I'm going to be a couple of steps to this. Oh, let's see. The singularity tank is just glass and iron. That's not bad. Doesn't seem like there's any particular advancement there. And then we're going to need a hopper and some iron bars, which we have, and some eyes. Okay, it looks like we have all this stuff. That's good. We're also going to want a tap. And where are we going to put this thing? We're going to start putting some stuff back in here. I'll put it right there. We're going to put the tap on it. The tap will allow us to get experience out. Because we have all this stuff that we need to repair all the time. And we have all this experience that I don't want to lose if we die. Now, there are ways in this pack to mitigate that loss. But, better safe than sorry. Now, this tank holds a lot. It's not gonna hold as much as we need it to. I would like to drain our experience pretty far down. So, I don't know what we have done insofar as mechanism tanks. It looks like just the chemical tanks, maybe? So, let's look for a basic tank for mechanism, assuming that's what it's called. I think it is. Yeah, basic fluid tank. We're gonna teach our system how to make one of those. And there's no reason for us to not go to the very top tier. Now, some of these will have quests attached with them. I don't know which ones, because I don't know which ones we've had in our inventory and which ones we haven't. So I'm just going to go up the chain all the way up to Ultimate. Now, we started getting quest completions at Elite. So we'll grab the Ultimate, and we're going to grab a pipe. Probably 2 of them. And let's go ahead and make another singularity tank. Here we go. Alright, we got some tanks set up. We're gonna extract from here and insert into here and put the tap right there so we can pour right out in the form of experience orbs, and with the overpowered mending mod, just mend all our stuff with mending. Alright. Okay, I put a bunch in the cyclic pylon too. This is a lot of experience, so we'll be able to keep these things topped off. Alright, back to the bees. We got just a little bit of vanilla resources. Now we're gonna start just with a regular good old-fashioned oak beehive. I would rather it default to oak planks. Let's see. We got one here, perfect. It's not supposed to be exact, but it makes me nervous, you know? Alright. Let's throw that in there. We'll make one up. Shouldn't take long. There we have it. No recipe. Oh, okay. I thought for sure we would get we would get an advancement. That's an advanced Squirta beehive. I want an advanced oak beehive. I'm never going to be able to pick it out. Let's see. One advanced oak beehive. We will have to teach the machine how to make shears. Alright. Throw those in. We'll get it going. We got everything. We got everything. And there's our advanced oak beehive. Ooh, we got a little bit of lag there. A little bit of lag. Okay, seems fine. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a workstation. We're gonna throw it up in there. We're gonna get ourselves an adult out. Yeah, one beekeeper. So, let's go ahead. Let's give him some campfires. Okay. That should have leveled him right up. And sugar bag honeycombs. Got a bunch of that. Now we don't have to worry about that. We can make advanced beehives with oak beehives and emeralds, so that's kind of cool. But I think what we're actually gonna do... Oh, hush. Loud mans. I gotta check again and see if there's a config for that yet. We will use expansion boxes. That didn't quite level them up all the way. Now I started working on a bigger bee house where we're gonna store most of our bees. We do need some fancy windows for it, so we're gonna make up some glass. And while we're waiting for the glass to cook up, maybe we got some bee-related rewards. Yeah, sure looks like it, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, we got ourselves a spawn egg. That's nice. Another expansion box. A couple more sugar bag combs. We are... Well, we'll just keep the honeycombs in here for now, huh? Last but not least, we got our loot bundles. And, oh, okay, we finally completed the quest for Atomic Alloy. That's nice. What else do we have here? All kinds of different stuff. Graphite blocks. Another trading post. What? The aphorism tile. A smart sign, arbitrary amounts of text. Huh. Let's see. Interesting. Can I... Alright, let's see. Home, sweet, gnome. Awesome. Now, there's all kinds of different glass in the pack, but Create adds a favorite. There are pane versions of this block too, and the other ones. I use the full blocks when I'm gonna have bees in a spot for a long time, because bees are derpy. We're just gonna throw it in here. It looks very nice. Now there's gonna be all kinds of different blocks and flowers and whatnot that the bees will pollinate off of. We want to conserve space as much as possible. So we're gonna teach this thing how to make feeding slabs. It's just a chest and a smooth stone slab, and we'll probably have to teach it smooth stone too. Throw this up in there. Throw these over here. We'll make them up. Hey, a quest for the feeding slab. How delightful. So let's head out here. And we are going to make this much nicer, don't worry. We're going to put our beehives down. I'll put 2 right there. Now, these have a GUI. They can hold 3 bees. You can put bottles in there to collect honey, and it'll automatically harvest the honey bottles and the honeycombs for you. Put them in the GUI there. You can pipe in too. With the expansion box, it turns into a multi-block. Now there's 4 upgrade slots, and it can hold 5 bees. Otherwise, the functionality is the same. Now these feeding slabs, each one of these holds 3 items, which is better than 1 per block, definitely. So we're gonna grab ourselves a flower, just put it in there. You can see it displayed, and we're gonna start collecting our bees. Alright, we caught 2, and we still got some in beehives here. Let's see. Okay, there's 1 bee in there. We'll wait for him to come out. Okay, they didn't seem too into the feeding slab. I don't know if that's because they're vanilla bees. Oh. Wonderful. Now all of you go into a hive. And we'll see. I don't actually think there's any left in here. I just don't want them to go in. Let's see. No bees. Alright. Now we're talking. Oh. Now we're talking. Now I ran the beekeeper through the converter, so now it's 1 emerald in a bee cage for a sturdy bee cage. The bee cages you can craft, but they're single use. The sturdy bee cages we can't craft. The ones we have are ones we found, but you can buy them from the beekeepers. Now the cages are not too hard to make. I think it's just planks and a honey bottle. There we go. But now we can take these. There goes my mouse. Right over here, and we can get ourselves a whole bunch of the sturdy cages. With that guy, we will never run out. And you can see one of them's full of honey. Now you can right-click with a bottle, get honey out directly. Or you can just put it over here, and as there is 5 honeys in here, it'll put a honey bottle over here in the little storage. Now we're gonna load these chunks. That's fine. And we're gonna go out looking for some bees from the mod in the world. Now some we'll find in swampy areas, some we'll find in hot areas, some we'll find in temperate areas, some we'll probably have to make in some cold areas. Very nice stuff out here. So they shouldn't be too hard to find. Now I don't know if we have any maps that'll let us identify just by mousing over on the map. It doesn't look like we do. Oh. But I'm gonna kind of walk around, fly around through chunks we've already been in, so they don't have massive problems loading, and see what we can find. Here's one, I think. Yeah. Come here. Alright. One green carpenter bee. We'll see who else we can find. Oh, what's this? It's a distraction. It's some bread. Alright. Here's another one. I think that's an ashy mining bee. It's one I was looking for. Yeah. Alright, I found a few. Definitely not as many as I would have liked. Okay, so that's not what they are anymore. We're gonna go see if we can get a hold of some of the nether bees. And I don't see the old nests. They might just be all... Yeah, okay, there's a quartz nest, okay. So we're gonna need an iron sword. Yeah, whatever's collapsing the enemies is it's giving me a hard time. We don't have any quartz ore, but we could certainly make some quartz in netherrack. And then we craft that and the sword together, and we get our quartz nest. Apparently I do have nether quartz ore, so I want 2 of these anyway. So we're gonna make 2 of them. That's wonderful. We're also gonna want, let's see. We're gonna want a magmatic bee. That we're gonna get from a nether brick nest, so we'll need another iron sword. And... okay. Now we're gonna need to give this thing magma cream. I don't know if we have some. Okay. And it looked like we would have... We have to give the... Of course, okay, so it's not honey treats on these. That's good to know. For a lot of these, we're going to be using honey treats to attract bees, but not for so many of them as I thought. We're also going to spawn ghastly bee, I think. Possibly a ghostly bee. Yeah, here we go. Now this one is going to take a wooden sword, right? And it's going to take some soul sand. Whoops, one too far. There's one more I was going to make. It's a glowing bee. And that's going to be another wooden sword. And a glowstone. And let's see. Okay, it's going to need glowstone dust. What's this gonna need? Oh, it's gonna need gas tiers. Do we have any? We have some. So that'll be a bit slow. Okay, I've made ourselves a little room over here. We're gonna do 2 things. We're in the nether. We're gonna put digital miner down, and we're gonna work to keep this safe from those horrible squids. We're gonna set that export to the north. And it should be just ready to go forge ores. We're gonna want to change the minimum here, though. Well, no, this is the nether. We don't have to worry about that. We can just start up, see what all we get. And while we're doing that, we'll put down the nest, right-click it with what it wants, and in that amount of seconds, we'll get a bee. We'll be able to go much faster with the other ones. And while we're messing around with that, we'll goof around with our digital miner. Oh, that's fancy. Now I'm looking at the quest line here. Oh, we'll get bunch of experience. We did miss a few things. Like we didn't make a honey treat, and to get credit for these nests, some of which we've already made, we'll need to make a honey treat. So these bees should be safe here. Where are we? We're gonna force load this chunk as well. Why not? Now we're gonna go home. Now we're gonna make ourselves a honey treat. Now we'll probably use a good amount of these, so we might as well make a recipe for them. That's a honeycomb. Where's the honey treat? I don't see it. It's amazing I can play this game at all. Let's see. Where on earth is it? Like, this is crazy. I know. Well, I hope it's a thing because it's a quest. Let's see if we can find the honey block. Honey block? There we go. Okay, we're gonna make a recipe for this. And we're gonna make one. Oh, we already have one. Good. And then the honey treat is made like this. I'll see it when I'm looking at the video back, probably, but I could not see it there. I'll use a bunch of these, so it's totally worth making the recipe. It's what I thought we were going to be using on those hives to attract those bees. Alright, well these guys, some will be ready any second here. And here comes our glowing bee. The glowing bee can easily be mistaken for a vanilla bee. You will see some of these spawn around here. Like, I know I've seen magmatic bees, but this is just easier. I'm about to get our first crystalline. I'm going to pack up the others. And now, we're going to put these guys down. I'm going to hang on to one of the crystalline. There's a glowing. There's a magmatic. And you'll be able to see in JI, we can find it, yeah. Glowing bee will pollinate off of all of these 3 blocks. I happen to have some glowstone. Magmatic block is for the magmatic bee. Block of quartz is for the crystalline bee. And they're going to make combs for us. Oh, we got pollen puffs. That's cool. Now I cleared the beehives out of this room, or the bee nests, or whatever they are. Now we're going to take this ashy mining bee and this crystalline bee, and we're going to breed them together. Now we're going to get one of a number of possible bees, I think. That's a tin bee. I mean, we want one. So, but we'll get a couple, including, eventually, iron. Think they're ready to go again? Let's see. Ah, 1 iron bee. Wonderful. Now do these show us the breeding time? Yeah, they do. We're just going to leave this iron bee in here for the time being. We want it to grow up so we can breed it with more iron bees. We're going to want 5 of them. Now we're going to want to start moving the honeycombs around. So we're going to... That's weird. Okay. 1 yellow. Now we're going to put another one down here. I think right here is where we have our line of beehives. Yep. So let's get on in here. And we're going to run pipes all along here and set each one to extract. So now we'll be getting everything in here. And we're going to hook this up to an ender chest. It's going to match the one inside. Whoops, shift click, that's right. And let's see. We need a glowing comb in our inventory for the quest. We already did crystalline. How about ghostly? Yeah. Magmatic. Magmatic's a quest. Let's see. Copper, tin, gold, and prosperity. Okay. Iron, magmatic, obsidian, and blazing, redstone. Okay. We'll just be grabbing lots of cones. We're going to get the same thing going over here. by all these as yet unfinished little boxes. Let's see who we get next. Generally, there's only one result from crossbreeding. But what do we get this time? Is that... That looks like a copper bee. That's a copper bee. Awesome. Yeah, there are a few where there's, different possibilities. And it seems like whenever we do this, it seems like we get like a ton of copper bees for some reason. But we do need Hello, who are you? Crying out loud. Are you my crystalline bee? No, you're a full-grown iron bee. You grew up and ended up out of here somehow. Don't ask me how you managed that. It's always something, folks. Oh, hello, and there's like a snake up here. You guys be careful. Like the one place I don't use glass panes. They're glitching through. Now we are going to want to think about processing all of those honeycombs. So, where is it? I can't find anything in here. I did not see the centrifuge in the productive bees line. Oh boy. Like all that's in here are like bee spawn eggs and bees. And let's see, so that's an isotopic centrifuge. We got mixer centrifuge. Alright, we're gonna see if we can do this, I guess, from memory. I don't know what's up with this. I think what we need to do is we need to have a grindstone and a cauldron. Alright. And let's go ahead make recipes for that. We're gonna make one of each, assuming I'm crying out loud. Alright, we're gonna make one of each and see if memory serves. Yes, it does. I don't know why it's not. That's just bonkers. One centrifuge recipe. Now we're gonna go ahead and make one. Alright. We're gonna want several of these. Probably 4 of them. And then this stuff here, along with basic control circuits for mechanism, will make us powered centrifuges. Alright, let's make a bunch of them. Okay, shouldn't take long. Now I went and made another crystalline bee in the nether, because we are going to want to turn it into a prosperity bee. What we're actually going to do is breed another crystalline bee, because these prosperity bees can't breed among themselves. So you can make bees by breeding, just like we've been doing. You can also make bees via conversion, where you right-click a certain bee with a certain block. Come here, you. I want to get the little one. I might end up going with one of the big ones. Let's see. Come here. Yeah. In that case, we right-clicked with a prosperity gemstone block, or just a prosperity block, I should say. I think prosperity gemstone blocks or something else. Now we got one. We're going to want 5 of them, and we're also going to be putting them in one of these little isolation boxes. Now I went ahead and programmed in a recipe for some ultimate pipes, or universal pipes, I should say, which are just, fluid energy item pipes and some more iron and some more redstone. We're going to be getting fluid and solid out of these things. And we're going to put a tank right here. And we're going to put an ender chest coded to that series of ender chests right over here. And we're going to set all of these to extract. Now, I want to grab an iron comb and a prosperity comb. We should get an iron soon. We got a third one. It's in the box. So that we can satisfy those quests. And then we'll be able to... Oh, we still need copper. Do we not have a copper comb yet? There's a copper comb. Alright. Then we'll start thinking about automating this stuff. There's the iron comb. Very nice. Now, we're just going to set that to extract. And we're going to get honeycombs getting pumped in here. And they're going to pump into all these different centrifuges. The stuff is going to get pumped out into here. They're a bit full right now. That's okay. That's the way it goes. That'll clear up. Well, you know, it'd clear up a lot faster if we taught our system how to make improved pipe upgrades. Put one in there. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll just come on in here. Yeah, it's still full of stuff. Now it's not. Now this thing's full of stuff. So, stuff that this thing can't process seems to pass right through. So, stuff like this stuff here, this pollen pup, which it seems like we're going to be getting in very large amounts. You know, it's not going to gum that system over there up, which is good. And we're also getting honey. Just in a liquid form. We may get other liquids than this. We shall see. Now we have some other bees of note. Just like immediately. Quartz and an iron should get us a quartz-enriched iron bee, if we can find it. Riding around in here. Yeah, there it is. Now, some bees you can only get by getting them to move into the nest of another bee. We are going... Let's see. We want to make a nest for a blue-banded bee, and I know I won't be able to see it, so let's... We'll get a wooden sword and an acacia block. There we go. We're gonna want some honey treats. That ought to be plenty. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the acacia nest down. We're gonna treat it with honey treats. I guess that's as many. Oh, a crystalline bee went in there. For crying out loud. That's the way it goes. Alright, we're gonna try that again. Oh, there you are. Very good. Okay. Empty nest. Did it say there are no bees? I think it said there are no bees. Let's try a dark oak nest and a cherry nest too. Now let's see here. Cherry nest. There are no bees in this location that will move into this nest. There are no bees. However, it took a honey treat. What happens if we just use all the rest of them on here? We'll speed up the countdown, see what, if anything, comes out. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I don't know what was up with the tooltip. I'm glad we stuck it out. There's a blue-banded bee in there now. And I think we can safely put the crystalline bees down. There are a few more things I want to do with these guys. Now, one of the bees we caught in the beginning of the episode was a mason bee. And our friend the mason bee is going to mate with the crystalline bee, and I hope give us a gold bee. Let's see. Something. Looks like... Oh, they're so fast. I think it's a gold bee. We're going to make ourselves another Prospera bee if we can find Mama Crystal here. Nice. Now, we've got all of those iron bees and all of those... here's a way we can get to the... Oh, we can't. Current workstation does not support recipe. It does. Let's see. It's a honey treat. I can't find it in here at all. It does not seem like a type upgrade base, and it's just not there. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this over here. There's a honey treat, and then what else? A diamond and 3 emeralds. Ah. Here we go. We'll get diamond. And then we're gonna need sticks. I should be doing this in the other GUI now that I think about it. This will at least make us one. And then we can program in a recipe for it. Now what I'm specifically interested in are the gene samplers. These are gonna get us some genetic material from our bees that we can then use to make some even more interesting bees. We're just gonna need all those parts. I think we have 2 of them. We'll definitely want more, but actually a little low on diamonds right now. And those things are, what, 5 diamonds a piece? We want genetic material from our prosperity bees and from our iron bees. That material will let us craft spawn eggs, which will in turn let us craft even more bees. And don't sleep on the quartz-enriched iron bee. That gives you full ingots when the comb process is successful. And it's got a pretty good chance, I think. Let's see. Where's the comb? I don't see the comb. I think they're all hidden. Yeah, okay, so a 40% chance of an ingot. And we're just getting a flow of them, so that's really going to help out. Now we finally got this guy leveled up all the way. We can get a dye bee from him. We can also get a bee nest, which is pretty cool. I don't really know anything about the dye bee. Let's see. Okay, so all those flowers. Brings home more flowery bits than just nectar. Okay. So probably it would give us dye based on whatever flowers we had available to it. Doesn't craft with anything. Like, it doesn't breed with anything, so we're just gonna, store it digitally. Now, 2 of the gene samplers isn't gonna get us very much. We're gonna want to make a gene indexer. First, we're gonna want to craft a bottler. I already know it's not gonna show up in JI, so let's see. We're gonna need a slab. And what was in the middle there? Was that a cauldron? Or no, it was just a piece of glass. Okay. We got a little bit of glass. There's our bottler. We don't really need it for anything. But the gene indexer, we certainly do. Now, we're going to need to make a comparator. Now, that we're going to program a recipe in for. There we go. 1 gene indexer. Let's get another pipe. And we could theoretically put this anywhere off of one of these ender chests. But we'll put it off this one because this is where the bees are. Now the gene indexer will only accept gene samples in there, so we can pump right out of the ender chest into this thing, and as we collect gene samples, it'll put them in here for us. We're going to need a button on there, and the purpose of that will become clear later. Ah, fly in the ointment. There's nothing stopping this thing from sending into that chest. So I think what we're gonna do is just pump out a bit, and this will be just fine. We did get a gene sample, so that's nice. Just the one so far. Now, the medium of 4%, that NBT data will keep it from stacking, which is why we're not sending it into drawers. Okay, it's been a little while. I haven't seen the neon cuckoo bee come yet, but it will. I think we're going to call it here. We're starting to run a little long. I'm going to breed up some more bees, make this a little more finished out here, and then we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.